Welcome to the Danny Clinkscale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Insightful and witty commentary, probing interviews, and detours from the beaten path.
Welcome to Kansas City Profiles presented by Easton Roofing. This is a special day in Kansas City, and maybe not a special day just because we're starting to hear about the fact that we might be able to get out and about and do things. It is a day that the Kansas City Scholars announced their scholarships all across the city. Almost 1,200 students today will receive scholarships worth millions of dollars to go to school, many of whom would not have the opportunity to do so. And today we're going to explore this exciting day and exciting time for literally thousands of young people in our area with the CEO of the Kansas City Scholars, Beth Tankersley-Bankhead, and one of the recipients of the scholarship today, somebody who was surprised today in a different fashion in this era of the coronavirus, Kelsey Ferguson from Lee Summit High School, as she was feted with a car parade at her house. As you'll hear from Beth Tankersley-Bankhead, the CEO and the wonderful head of this program, they did this in a variety of ways. Normally these things would be done at a school or at an auditorium or things like that, but today people were informed in different ways and in particular aspects with car parades and Zoom presentations as well for some select students in the area also. And an incredible program that you'll hear about next with Beth Tankersley-Bankhead, the Kansas City Scholars CEO, and later on, we'll hear from one of the winners, a person who's super excited about all that has gone on today. Smiles and tears all across the area, and a pleasure to bring it to you on Kansas City Profiles, presented by Easton Roofing. We're here with Joe Spiker, the CEO and president of Easton Roofing. And Joe, you had a great year in 2019, a record year. 2020 comes, things are moving smoothly along, and then the coronavirus comes. But your company seemed to be very ready, very proactive, and very ready to serve your customers well.
Yeah, we adopted social distancing very early before the cities even put out the notices. And we started working from home. We are largely cloud-based as a company, so that transition was easy. Our technicians are wearing masks and gloves, and salespeople are not meeting with homeowners. We're doing everything digitally and doing everything we can to do our part to get over this as quickly as possible.
So for any needs that people have right now, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, you can always call us, 913-257-5426. But the best way is to go to eastonroofing.com, put your information in, and we'll give you a call.
Easton Roofing. Integrity matters.
Hey everyone, this is Matt Llewellyn from 23rd Street Brewery, wishing you well while you stay safe during this time of uncertainty. Due to the recent news, you won't be able to get the same in-restaurant experience at the 23rd Street Brewery that you've come to expect over the past 16 years. But you can get the same delicious items prepared with the highest level of staff cleanliness available for carryout and delivery through our partners Eat Street. You can also still enjoy our craft beers and crowlers for to-go service. So remember, stay safe, and together we will all get through this time of uncertainty.
We're visiting with Larry Marshall, former Chiefs defensive back and punt returner and now a Chiefs ambassador. Larry is a former pro football player with the aches and pains that come with that. And moving on in age, as we all are, what do the Canaway CBD products do for you?
It's been a great relief for me. Being a punt and kickoff returner, collisions were a mainstay of my career, and these Canaway products, the salve especially, has really helped me try to get through every day with the aches and pains that I've had over a career of 7+ years in the NFL.
I get similar benefits as well, particularly with my back. Certainly wasn't a football player. What's the best way for our listeners to get more information about the great products themselves?
Well, I'm so enthused about it, Dana. If they just contact me at larrymarshall.canaway.com, and I can give them all the information they need to help them get through the day as well.
Start gaining all the benefits that Larry and I do from the trusted and reliable line of Canaway products. As Larry said, visit larrymarshall.canaway.com and get information on all the great products from Canaway.
If you'd like to join these and other great sponsors and market your business to a growing and engaged audience, contact us at danny@dannyclinkscale.com. Look forward to hearing from you.
Beth, you're doing such great work, and it's just an absolute pleasure here on Kansas City Profiles on this Friday, an exciting day for so many students around the community because of the Kansas City Scholars Program. And first of all, give us a little background on yourself and what your path in life led you towards this particular station in life that's such a valuable thing to so many people.
Sure. First of all, good morning, and thank you for your interest in Kansas City Scholars. It truly is something I'm honored and I'm grateful to be part of because it's so personal to me. I was a first-generation college student myself, so I really didn't have anyone in my family that could talk to me about college or how to prepare. And, in fact, most of my family, immediate and then beyond that, they didn't really understand why college, what's the value, why would one make that choice. So I know as a first-generation student, I navigated a lot of things myself. And there were times when I really could have used some support. I ended up doing fine. In fact, liked it so much, I guess, and I went on and got a master's and a PhD years later. But this is so important to me because there are so many students, whether it's because they can't afford it or think they can't, whether it's they just ask, is college for me? Can I do this? Could I be successful? Or maybe they just don't have that support and encouragement. And I feel like without that, sometimes people don't reach their full potential. They don't have as many opportunities. I know that college is not for everyone, not indicating that, but for students and individuals that want to earn a post-secondary degree, I think they should have every opportunity to do it and know that, yes, it's for them. So, my background, being a first-generation college student, this is personal. I also have worked my career in higher education and specifically with programs that provide low-income, first-generation college students the support they need to get to college, be successful, and realize their educational dreams. So that's my career. I've worked in the field. Came to Kansas City in summer of 2015 and to the Kaufman Foundation, and I knew when I came here I would be facilitating the planning of Kansas City Scholars, and it truly was a lifetime dream. It was an opportunity I could not pass up. I hope, and every day I live thinking, this is a way for me to give back. This is a way for me to make a big difference and impact. And so just so honored to work in this space.
It's in just the 5 years or 4 years since it officially started up, it's just become such a wide-ranging program. It's sort of a coalition of a lot of scholarship people who provide those scholarship opportunities. Where did the idea come to sort of coalesce a lot of people who are doing things on their own into one Kansas City Scholars umbrella?
Yeah, thank you. It's a great question. We have to say that the vision goes back to Mr. Kaufman himself. And while he's not with us now, he certainly supported post-secondary opportunity. It was something he cared so much about. And in fact, he said, you and every one of you can go to college, and you should have the opportunity if you want it. So really, it's his vision coming to life years later. And he started a scholarship program years ago called Project Choice, and then Kaufman Scholars was in place. And then with KC Scholars, our goal was to have a program that served many across the bi-state region. So we're serving students and adults in 6 counties in Kansas and Missouri. And then our goal, too, was to be as inclusive as possible, which we are because our high schoolers could be in public schools, private school, charter school, or home school. So in every way, this program is inclusive. And just the fact that we're serving high school students and adults that have some college but couldn't finish a degree for whatever reason. So the vision was to serve many, to also have a program of scale, so of size that really could make a difference for this region. And in the end, we're a program that's awarding over well over 1,000 scholarships every single year, and we'll grow to at least 10,000 scholars by 2027. So when we talk about scale, we can make an impact. And then I think, Danny, the other thing that's important to know about KC Scholars, and you said a lot of stakeholders working together, when we designed this program, we had over 70 members of this regional community sitting on planning committees and helping us design this. So I always say, KC Scholars is of the community, it's by the community, it's for the community. And I often reference us as a community asset because we do have so many stakeholders. I think that's the strength of our program, actually. So you're right, lots of people involved in KC Scholars.
Describe how the students get involved, both adult and high school students, how they apply, what are the different levels. I know you do student accounts as well as just flat-out scholarships as well for the over 1,000, actually 1,169 awarded today, and we'll get into the excitement of that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But how do the students get involved?
Yeah, sure. So thank you. You're right. We have 3 different program components, which makes us really unique from any other program in the nation. So students are applying at 9th grade, and those students, if awarded, get a college savings account seeded, and we work with them and their families throughout high school on saving for college, financial education, etc. And the money that they earn from us works as a scholarship once they reach college. And then we also have an 11th grade program, and students apply at the end of 11th grade. And those that are awarded, like today, we awarded 300 of these scholarships. They are earning $10,000 a year renewable for 5 years to support their college education. And then the adults are so important. Very few programs nationwide are really paying attention to and supporting adults. But a quarter of our population are adults that started college at one time, have any number of college credits, but just could not finish. And so we support adults age 24 and above to go back and complete their college degree. And so all of these individuals can apply. We have an annual application process, so it always opens on January 1 and runs through about the 1st of March. And our application is all online. We have minimum eligibility criteria, such as living in the 6th Service County area. All of our applicants are low or modest income, so for them, paying for college would be a huge lift. And I think particularly now with COVID and what we're experiencing. So they apply. It's all online, and they're completing applications. They're also writing, we used to call it essays, and this year we changed and said personal statements. So we're trying to find out about the students holistically, so it's not simply a grade, it's not simply do you live in these 6 counties, but what is your dream for the future? What career do you want to work in? Why would having this scholarship make such a difference to you? And then applications are closed on a certain date. And then another thing we do, which I just think is terrific, and it goes back to what we said about stakeholders. We have community volunteer reviewers. So this year we had almost 300 individuals from all across the 6 counties, every single sector, that volunteered, and what they read are the personal statements and the recommendations. So each applicant is getting recommendations from teachers, counselors, people who know them well, and those reviewers read and score. It's a blind process. They have no idea who the applicant is or which school they attend or anything about them. So we have that component, and then in the end, we're looking at scores and deciding based on scores. And I will say internally, we have no idea as staff, nor do I, who anyone is until the process is completed. Everyone's a random number throughout the process. So our application and selection process is really, it's fair, it's equitable, it's a blind review, it's high integrity, but quite a process. And then applicants, adults and students, they learn the results every year on May 1, just like today. So they find out, did I receive a scholarship?
And they find out in a very unique and fun way, and it got even more unique and fun, obviously, today, because you're facing the challenges of social distancing and things like that. And just talk about what it normally looks like and what it looks like today.
Sure. Good point. We have to rethink everything, and I think it's great. It's brought out the creativity and the human spirit. So usually what we do on May 1 is we go to 9 or 10 schools in those 6 counties, and we surprise students and adult learners in a ceremony. They're at the school. Their families are there. The school is there. Some of our reviewers, some of our donors, board members. So we have a huge audience, and the student or the awardee has no idea. And they're brought to the location, and here are hundreds of people congratulating them. So we call them the surprise awards. I love the surprise awards. I say May 1 is the best day of the year for KC scholars. And for the surprise awards, you know, you can see that second. You can see that moment when the awardee, like everything changed for them. You know, they cry with joy. Their faces just light up, and their family members are so happy. It's so fun. So, obviously, as you say, you know, this year we can't do that. We can't be together, and the schools are closed. So, what we're doing this year, what we did today, in fact, is we had 3 surprise awards at the awardees' homes. Now we didn't get close to them. We practiced good social distancing, but we put a big sign in their yard, and we videotaped it. We went to their home to say, "Congratulations, you're a KC scholar." And then we had a car parade. You know, people honking the horns, driving by, saying "great job" with their cars decorated. So we surprised 3 students with a car parade and an award on their lawn. And then we also have 3 surprise awards by Zoom. And so students were told, "You are a KC scholar." And all of this happened before we made our general announcements at noon. So we took the surprises to the students this year.
And hopefully,
really fun.
And really, hopefully, next year it'll be where it was the status quo before. 1,169 college scholarships, $32.5 million in scholarships, and I find that the end of the junior year program so unique and valuable because that provides a senior year of certainty in a time when high school students would be, trying to find out where they want to go to college, but they have that certainty now that they have this funding as they go through their senior year, although in this particular year that obviously has been shortened.
Yeah, such a good point, and that's another thing that distinguishes our model. Most scholarships are given at the end of senior year.
Right.
And if you're a low-income student, this is how it goes. You wait, and you see how many scholarships did I get. And then you see, what aid package did I get from the colleges I applied to. And sometimes they're not able to make a decision until after graduation, senior year. That's too late. So, yes, knowing at the end of junior year, I can go to college, and your family knows we can do this. And then what happens, and we've studied this with our external evaluators, is that our students really apply themselves that senior year. They do much more in terms of getting ready for college than the average students. And they say they earn higher grades, they spent more time studying, and then all of that propels them to be highly successful in college. And in fact, over the first years, nearly 100% of our 11th grade awardees enroll in college. That's just unheard of. That rate is near 40 points higher than our regional rate. And then 96% persisted from year 1 to 2 of college, which that's over 30 points higher than what's happening nationally on average. So I think that, as you say, I totally agree, that 12th grade year and knowing you're going to college and you don't have to worry about the finances per se, and you can really prepare makes all the difference.
There's been rapid growth in this particular program, thanks to, in large part, or in part anyway, I'm sure you wouldn't want me to say in large part, to your leadership, almost 100 different unique public, private, and schools involved in the program this year. Tell me what your goals are for the future, and did you think that you would get this kind of incredible support and rapid growth when you started out?
Yeah, a great question. It's been near 4 years. It seems like a minute sometimes. Sometimes it seems like a long time. But it is amazing. And what I would attribute that to is this regional community. This is the best community in terms of the support that's come. We've been able to grow the program because, one, we have a great lead funder, the Kaufman Foundation, and they were so generous that they cover the operational costs. So we also have been able to raise a lot of money from this community and people who care about education, but they know that 100% of their gift is going for a scholarship and for nothing else. So, this wonderful community has supported KC Scholars, and the campuses, we have 17 campuses we partner with, and the scholarship may be used there. Those campuses are doing such a great job supporting our scholars, starting with when they're in high school and when they're there on campus. So all the great partnerships and stakeholders that we have really has made this possible. But you're right, sometimes, it's unbelievable the growth that's happened so quickly. After today's awards, we have over 4,000 scholars in the program in just 4 award cycles. And we're not even 4 years young yet. So it is amazing. But I'm also amazed every day at just how many talented, driven, wonderful students and adults we have in this region. They're our own, they're our community. And to be able to provide the opportunities to them is, it's hard to describe. It really is beyond words. So thanks to this wonderful community, this program has been able to really grow and scale. And, who knows what the future might hold. We can break goals. We can break numbers for the future. I mean, that's our hope.
Our first guest has been Dr. Beth Tankersley-Bankhead, the president and CEO of Kansas City Scholars, and we really appreciate your time and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much. And Kansas City, this is one of our best days of the year, so glad we're enjoying it together. And
that great day will continue as one of the surprise recipients is our guest next, right after this, on Kansas City Profiles, presented by Easton Roofing.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
My friends at Advanced Sports and Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture are among the most accomplished and trusted clinics in the nation. Only one clinic has been rated in the top 5 in all 3 categories of chiropractic care, acupuncture, and rehabilitation, and that clinic is ASFCA. They have locations in Olathe, Overland Park, Prairie Village, Belton, and Lee Summit. Doctors Brad and Christina Woodle and their accomplished team of doctors and therapists will treat you like family, for the simplest of injuries to the most complicated conditions to avoid surgery. Whether you are seeking treatment for an injury or just looking to stay healthy and fit, this is the place for you. And it's been the place for me for almost 2 years now. I've been a strenuous daily exerciser for years, and as time goes on, that takes its toll. But regular appointments at Advanced Sports and Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture have helped keep me ticking on, and even as the years pile up, their regular care has allowed me to keep to my regimen and feel great. If you want to feel the same, give them a call or visit them at asfca.com/Danny. They accept all insurances and are open Monday through Saturday, and make sure to mention that Danny Clinkscale recommended Advanced Sports and Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture.
For many people, a family law case will be one of the most difficult experiences in their life. The law firm of Kenneth McRae will help you through it. Personal and effective help from Ken in concert with you will develop a unique strategy for your unique case. As Ken always says, divorce can be civil law, not civil war. Licensed in Kansas? Visit McRaeLawOffice.com or call 913-972-4765.
Cinematic Visions has been an affordable solution for professional media production in Kansas City since 2003, offering award-winning video production and creation, as well as a wide array of digital and social media management services. From planning, scripting, filming, editing, and post-production, to delivering your product to a watching world, Cinematic Visions will provide professional and affordable services for you and your business with the necessary return on investment to make it all worthwhile. Cinematic Vision's goal is to unlock the power of storytelling through video and a strong online presence for your company. Beyond the numbers, they want to inspire and evoke your clients to feel and act. Let my friends at Cinematic Visions embed your brand where it belongs, in your customers' minds. You can find them online at cinematicvisions.com or with a quick phone call at 816-600-6300. If you'd like to join these and other great sponsors and market your business to a growing and engaged audience, contact us at Danny@DannyKlinkscale.com. Look forward to hearing from you. It is our pleasure to be joined on this really, really exciting day in Kansas City by Kelsey Ferguson from Lee Summit High School, a scholarship award winner for the Kansas City Scholars. And this must be a very, very exciting day. And before we get into the details of how you found out and everything, just tell me a little bit about yourself and how you went about seeking out this tremendous prize.
So I am a junior at Lee Summit High School, and I'm in a program called AVID, and it's kind of just like a college preparatory class. And my AVID teacher actually forced all of us in the class to do it, so I probably wouldn't have signed up for it if it weren't for the class.
Oh, that's it. Well, that's great that your teacher really implored you to do that. Obviously, if you did do that, you're a very good student. What are some of your interests? And obviously, you're in that particular program, which shows great achievement. What kind of things do you like to pursue?
I love theater and dancing. That's kind of like performance, I guess. I just love being in front of an audience.
Well, you're in front of a big audience right now, and appreciate your time right now. So tell me what today has been like for you. How did it go?
Well, it's kind of, I normally don't wake up so early, so that was kind of weird to begin my day really early. And then all my family was kind of acting weird, like, don't come near the front of the house, stay back there. So I was, like, very suspicious, but I wasn't expecting it at all. It was such a surprise, and I'm so excited.
You mentioned that you normally don't get up particularly early, and obviously you'd have to do that for school. What has this new normal been like for you, and how have you handled it from a school standpoint? How's it been handled from a school standpoint for you?
It's been really weird. Like, I am a very social person, so not seeing, like, my friends on the daily and not meeting new people and being out in the world has been really tough. But I like spending time with my family, so that's really nice. But I haven't really been, like, keeping up with school as much because it's not, like, a thing that I get up, I go to it. So it's not a routine anymore, so it's been kind of hard. But I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
Okay, so your family's, you're suspicious, your family's trying to keep you away from the front, and because there's going to be a car parade and an announcement. How did it all go down? Tell me about it.
Well, I kind of just walked out of my front door, and then I was, like, bombarded by, like, cameras and, like, mics and questions. So that was kind of overwhelming, but it was nice. And then I just see all my favorite, like, teachers and, like, people from colleges, like, driving past my street that, like, no one goes down. And, like, honking. It was a lot.
That one of the things I think is great about this program, as we talked about with Beth Tankersley-Bankhead in the first segment of this podcast, is the fact that in your particular bracket, they are giving out the scholarships to rising seniors or juniors who are just concluding their junior year, giving them the opportunity to realize they have this scholarship now and maybe making a college selection a little bit easier or maybe more possible. What has been the process of looking at colleges for you, and how does this particular scholarship change it?
Well, I have always wanted to go to college out of Missouri. Like, I want to go out of state.
Right.
So this scholarship has kind of brought me home and, like, realized that, like, maybe I do need to go to a college in Missouri. So it's kind of really changed my whole perspective on where I want to go.
And why do you say that this scholarship has changed your focus as far as going to school in Missouri?
I think it's just, like, it is, like, a Kansas City-based scholarship. Like, it is in my home state. Like, I feel like I need to support that in a way and go to a school that is involved and that supports the KC Scholars.
Oh, that's right. I get the point now. I didn't get the point at first. So that changes your focus a little bit, but you do have time. So what has the change in focus been? And as you approach college, is theater and dance part of that particular process?
I love theater and I love to dance, but I want to go into, like, production design. I want to be, like, the person behind the sound, the lighting, the camera on, like, TV and movies. I also want to focus on, like, special effects makeup. Like, that's another thing that I'm really into.
That's very, very interesting. Well, a couple of schools are popping right into my head now. What schools are maybe now you're considering when your focus has changed perhaps to Missouri?
I I don't know. I've just been looking around. There's so many, like, wonderful possibilities in Missouri to go. There's a lot of performance schools that I could go to, a lot of just, like, bigger schools that I could go to. I don't really know yet. I'm trying to find the perfect fit for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, just tell me the excitement level for you and the surprise level when you realized that all these people were there for a purpose, which was to announce that you were going to get a great scholarship.
Well, I'm going to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most excited, and I think I was 11. Because I just, like, it was all, like, overwhelming. I didn't know how to feel. There were so many people in my driveway.
Well, I've seen a few birthday type drive-by parades as I've been driving around. I try to take a little therapeutic drive at the end of the day after we're all closeted inside. But I think this takes it to another level, and I'm sure you'll have a lifetime of memories for you. This normally would be some kind of a ceremony at the school and anything, but this will be completely unique. This particular year, we hope anyway, we'll have this unique aspect of the car parades and things like that. That's kind of cool, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think it's more personal because I had my closest family members with me, and it's like at my house. Like, this is where I feel the most comfortable. So I feel like it was very personal to me, and it made it really special.
Well, much congratulations to you. It's a very exciting day for so many people, almost 1,200 scholarship recipients and great companies and communities behind it. And glad to hear that you've decided that because of this, you feel like you kind of owe something to the state of the Missouri. Much good luck to you and congratulations.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
And I will have a great day, and you can hear the excitement in Kelsey's voice, and it's just reflective of all the students across the area who are benefiting from this fantastic program. And in a tiny, small way, it's such a pleasure for me to be a little bit a part of it and bring you this story for our time, which is so timely, so perfect to put smiles on our faces at a time we're trying to persevere and put a smile on our own faces, and maybe we're starting to get a little bit of progress in that direction, but days like today provide a nice respite for it, and certainly dreams realized for many, many students across the area. A great way to spend a Friday right here on Kansas City Profiles, presented by Easton Roofing.
This podcast was made possible by our great sponsors like Easton Roofing, the presenting sponsor of Kansas City Profiles at the Danny Kling Scale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Easton Roofing, where integrity matters. We hope you enjoyed the latest Danny Kling Scale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Come back soon for something fresh and new.